Welcome. Let us discuss about biotechnology and biosafety. Intellectual property rights IPR. Biosafety. The legal protection of people and other creatures on the earth from GMOs coming from research industry is known as biosafety. The UNIDO, WHO, FAO, and UNEP have set up an international working group on biosafety in 1991. The IWGB has enacted a law called Voluntary Code of Conduct for the release of organisms into environment for monitoring the release of GMOs in the environment. Possible dangers of GEOs. The GMOs may escape from the laboratory and exchange their genetic material with some pathogenic microbes. If it happens, mild pathogens may become deadly pathogenic ones. It is feared that healthcare products produced from GEOs may cause side effects to the consumers. GMOs made from mild pathogens may cause diseases in sensitive species. In GMOs may exchange their altered genes with their parent genotypes and wild relatives. If so, it will disturb the genetic makeup of the plants. Biohazards of rDNA technology. A team of scientists in the USA, while studying AIDS, injected HIV into the body of mice. Unfortunately, the HIV combined with the another virus in the mice and became a more powerful virus. This virus was named Super AIDS virus. It is highly dangerous one that can be transmitted by air too. Human growth hormone is produced in large scales from genetically engineered E. coli. In the USA, many children have been consuming human growth hormone to increase their height. The human growth hormone increases the height of the children. But now it is proved that administration of overdose of human growth hormone causes leukemia in the children. Biosafety guidelines. Policy proposed or adopted by the government to avoid the risk of GEOs on environment and public health is called Biosafety Guideline. The USA, Japan, China, USSR, New Zealand, India, and some other countries have proposed their own biosafety guidelines. In India, the rDNA guideline has been implemented through 3 committees. The Institutional Biosafety Committee, IBSC, controls research activities at institutional level. A Review Committee on Genetic Manipulation, RCGM, reviews special situations where research with hazardous organisms in laboratories and grants permission to do the research. The Genetic Engineering Approval Committee, GEAC, approves the GEOs for large-scale production and use in India. Biosafety levels. They are a set of biocontainment controls that are required to separate the biological agents based on the risk they caused on the environment and human beings. These levels are ranked from 1 to 4. Biosafety Level 1. It is the lowest biosafety level. It includes the microbes that are non-pathogenic. Laboratory personnel can work with minimum risk in these facilities. Biosafety Level 1 labs do not need special containment equipment. People can work on open bench tops. These labs are typically used for students and trainee microbiologists. Example of biosafety level 1 organism includes non-pathogenic strain of E. coli. Laboratory practices include hand washing, wearing lab coat, glove and eye protection, limited access to people, no mouth pipetting, cleaning, and decontamination of area. Warning signs. Biosafety Level 2. It is for the microbes that are associated with human diseases, that means pathogenic or infectious bacteria. Example, Staphylococcus and hepatitis virus. These labs are expected to have more control than BSL 1. In addition to biosafety practices of BSL 1, these practices must be followed in BSL 2 labs using biosafety cabinet, trained personnel, availability of eye wash station, vaccination for the workers if applicable. Biosafety Level 3. It includes the microbes or agents that can cause serious or potentially fatal diseases through inhalation. BSL 3 facilities are usually under the control of central government agencies, and the laboratory staff is under medical surveillance. Example of BSL 3 microbes include yellow fever and the bacteria that can cause tuberculosis. BSL 3 facilities should maintain unidirectional airflow from clean air to the infectious air. The recirculation of air happens through HEPA filters. Additional laboratory practices include periodic medical testing for workers, full body garment with respiratory protection, restricted access at all times. Biosafety Level 4. BSL 4 facilities are rare in the world using the highest level of biological safety. BSL 4 microbes cause fatal infections. The diseases caused by these agents usually do not have vaccines for treatment. Examples of microbes include Ebola and Marburg viruses. BSL 4 facility must be isolated and have dedicated supply air and exhaust air. Laboratory practices include decontamination of materials before exiting, full body garment, and taking shower after leaving the facility. Intellectual property rights, IPR. The legal rights of inventors to own their inventions is called intellectual property rights. It permits the inventor for the production and sale of goods. It includes patents, copyright, trademark, industrial design, geographical indications, trade secrets. The intellectual property rights in India are dealt with in the monthly journal Intellectual Property Rights Bulletin IPR. This bulletin explains different types of IPR, case studies in India and abroad, special studies on technology and development, international conventions, and patent laws. Patenting of biotechnological products. A patent is an exclusive right granted by a country to the owner of an invention to make, use, manufacture, and market the invention. This right implies that no one else can make, use, manufacture, and market that invention without the consent of the patent holder. To receive a patent for an invention, it should not be published in any form before filing of the patent. The patent once given lasts for minimum of 5 years. Every year, a maintenance fee has to be paid to the government for renewing the patent. The same patent date has been considered for an invention filed for patent in all countries which have signed at Paris Convention 1979. Patent issued by one country is not at all accepted in other countries. Separate patents are therefore required for the same invention for different countries. Kolkata High Court has provided a new legislation to patent genetically engineered microorganisms. The new Plant Variety and Farmers' Right Protection Act 2000 has made provisions to patent new plant varieties in India. A patentee must keep his invention in the patent document in secret. He should not leave it to anyone to practice even after expiry of the patent. For asking a patent for an invention, it should be novel. It should not be a part of any other works. It should deal with inventive step that is new to scientific research. The invention must have some utility to mankind. If the above said conditions are not met with an invention, no valid patent will be given. The Patents Act 1970 claims that following inventions are not patentable in India. Inventions which are injurious to public health, medical, surgical, and curative methods, agricultural and horticultural methods, inventions about atomic energy, substances produced by pure chemical methods, while using other patent technique in the new invention. Copyright. The best example of copyrights is the books. The materials of the book cannot be reprinted or reproduced without written permission from copyright holders. Biotechnological materials subjected to copyright include database of DNA sequence, etc. Trademarks. A trademark is an identification symbol which is used in the course of trade to enable the public to distinguish on traders' goods from the similar goods of the other traders. MNCs spread large amount of money to maintain their trademarks throughout the world. Legislations covering IPRs in India. Patents. The Patents Act 1970, amended in March 1999, looks after by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, India. Copyright. The Copyright Act 1957, amendments in 1983, 1984, 1992, 1994 and 1999, looks after by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, India. Trademarks. The Trade and Merchandise Act 1958 and the New Trademark Act 1999 looks after by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, India. In India, there have been 7 patent facilitating centers in Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Manipur, Rajasthan, West Bengal, Himachal Pradesh, and Punjab. These centers provide complete details about IPRs in India and other countries. They provide financial, technical, and legal support for obtaining the patents. They also guide post-patent actions.